Think about traditionally, people ate what grew locally. So if you're really eating local grown foods, that's what you become in tune with. Because remember, the dirt that we're standing on, the soil we're standing on, we are connected to it. We're connected to the elements in nature. So if we're partaking from those things that are around us, we'll be able to fight off more diseases and be more healthy because we are in that environment. So even though we may be from the tropic, genetic-wise, we're in an environment where, you know, these are the things that we're connected to as far as the nature. And that's why in the tropics, that's why the people, you know, you don't see them importing, you know, things from Eastern Europe and Northern Europe to eat. They're eating what's in their environment. You know, only those places that don't produce enough or, you know, have gone to other places and want to bring those things back, they get, you know, outside things. But most places, they're eating what's locally grown. So they don't have many of the ailments. You know, a lot of times I know when I travel, I hear a lot of when people come here as well from various countries, you know, they hear about all these various diseases that they say, hey, those diseases don't exist in my country because they're in tune with the elements, they're in tune with the nature, they're in tune with what they're eating. But here, you know, we can go to the grocery store and, you know, squash is there. December through February, you're eating squash, and there's not a squash plant even thinking about being germinated. So, you know, I think it's not only our genetics, but also what is growing locally. Because we're talking about this whole local grown thing. Well, if we really local grown, we should only be eating things that are grown within our environment. Yeah.
I had read or heard somewhere where they said the Negroid phenotype of the three phenotypes, their physiological structure works most harmoniously with plants, not with meats and dairy and things like that. And like with soy, they're saying that that's why it doesn't agree with our bodies, because genetically that wasn't a plant that was native to the African people.
Well, I think there's a lot of truth to that, and it all goes a lot of deal with the degrees for which we eat it. Now we've gotten into vegetarianism. One thing we're going to go to soy. And no, you're right. It's not something, you know, that's you know, of our nature, you know. Now we should go like more garbanzo beans, lentils, things of that nature too, you know. But I mean, this is one of the things you can't get away from, the changing of the world culturally, you know, and politically and so forth like that. That we're going to have stuff year round. But the thing is, how do you balance that? You know, strike a balance. See, we eat very few tropical foods. When you think about it, we eat very few tropical foods, you know, and therefore we have a lot of ailments that happen. And another tragic thing is that in the tropics, you know, because of colonialism and because of post-colonialism, they're forcing a lot of.
She just fainted.